Argavi Akiri, 146 Robbins. I can ask a question on the cap bank.
I'm sorry?
The one before the 1.5%. So under what circumstances could we be using it to raise the taxes?
Do you hear the question, Michael? Under what circumstances would we ever seek to do that? That's your question, right?
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
question, yeah.
Again, we've never done it. There would have to be some unforeseeable, maybe some giant spike in pensions or healthcare or some sort of thing like that. It's just a planning tool, like I said. Personally, I can't think of one. We've never used it.
So then why reserve the right to keep it that way?
Every year.
Well, why not?
Because if you want to.
Why not?
Why not?
So then maybe list the circumstances. Where will it raise this thing?
But it's not.
It's not.
It's there as a safe.
As an assumption or something. So what are the assumptions or what are the circumstances when it will actually impact?
It's like a municipal code. You can go find it. It's there. It's state mandated. It's not up to us. It's like a state rule. You set this up and you have it's only there under certain circumstances. It's procedural. It's procedural.
I mean, I think Michael said it before, but if we didn't do this now, one of these events happened, we're foreclosed from then later doing it.
Like what
So-
would be the events? He said pensions,
A
healthcare,
catastrophic
Like
event. A catastrophic event that it's so catastrophic it's never even occurred. Okay? So, and it may in fact not occur. But it would be foolish not to prepare or at least give yourself an opportunity should something occur. And you're right. Specifically, think something catastrophic. Okay?
So so at that point, who makes the decision? Is
It
it
has
up
to
to
come back as an ordinance. We didn't
Yes.
vote on it. It'd have to come right back to public comment. If we ever were to do this, there'd be a whole series of meetings with public hearing and voting on it. We couldn't just do it. We couldn't sneak it in.
He's very conservative, our CFO, so it's basically there again because you.
So it is mandated by state to keep it optional this way?
It's like a lever that's set up.
Is it mandated by the state to keep it optional, reserving the right? Doing the 1 point, like the way you did
No,
it?
it's not mandated. We don't have to do it. It's a planning tool.
They gave us.
That they provided to townships.
So you could also do it without the option of reserving the right to use it in future?
You could choose not to. You could
No.
choose not to plan.
We've chosen to do it, and we will do it, because we have done it forever and ever.
Let me state it another way. I think what your
it's a
question is,
past-
if we didn't do this now, and that event came up, we could not then
Invoke it.
invoke it.
Let me ask you.
Finish your question.
Yeah. So let's say you didn't keep it, if you didn't kept it optional right now, you went it the non-optional way, you just did it regular way, and a catastrophic event occurred. You could still plan,
No, let's say that happened, you would not pave your roads, you could have to lay off headcount, you could end up in a shortfall where you couldn't pay your bills.
You keep using the word optional. I don't think it's the appropriate word to use, but it's...
But there are two ways to do it.
But we have chosen this, and will continue, this council will continue to choose to do that.
No, the reason I chose optional was when Gene Kingston
No, I
said
understand. Yeah, I
it's
understand.
mandated. So I said, is the state mandating us to keep it optional? And the answer is no.
No, it's a planning tool, they allow us this planning.
So they're giving you two ways to do it.
I don't know what the two ways. It seems like you either do it or you don't. You either.
No, is it state mandated to keep it optional? That was my question.
I don't know. You can't mandate an option, okay? But
No.
they're mutually contradictory statements.
Okay, when I
See,
asked...
what we do is the state allows for us to do that.
Okay.
We have chosen to take advantage of that because we think it's prudent planning should a catastrophic event occur. How do you define catastrophic? I don't know. But we'll know when we see it because we'll have to do it. That's how I see it.
I get it. No, but so I'm saying you're doing the 1.5% to plan for a catastrophic event.
We're doing it because the state allows us to do it. It doesn't cost us a dime.
It seems like why wouldn't you want to take advantage of
It doesn't
that?
cost us anything.
It doesn't. You take,
No, you could take it, but I'm saying, why are you
Take
leaving...
advantage of the option, is what we're saying, in terms of the idea that they're allowing us to do this.
So that's where I asked, what are the circumstances? And the only circumstance that you guys came up with is a catastrophic
That's great,
event.
then I guess we wouldn't have to use it.
Do we know how to use it?
That's the only circumstance that you will ever use it?
We don't know.
Mike, explain it to me.
Again, you mentioned collective bargaining, healthcare increase.
No, and-
I don't know what the scenario would be in 14 years of never using it.
Could you get back to me, like what other scenarios where you could use it? Like,
Hang on.
Isn't it written somewhere in the book?
Gene, hang on a second. It's not written anywhere. All right? We are going to stick with it. You've heard the reason why, okay?
no, the reason why...
You've heard
We
the
can argue
reason
this all
why.
night.
We're not going to argue it or discuss it anymore.
over.
That's the decision we've
I
made.
get it. All I'm saying is when Gene Kingsley
I'm
says
getting
it's
angry.
mandated, and he's telling it's not state mandated to keep talking.
Well, if the semantics of it are such that
I used the wrong word.
we've made the decision that we've made.
Don't quote that word, it's the wrong
Okay?
word.
We've made the decision, and we will continue to make that decision. Unless our CFO tells us not to.
It's a planning tool.
Okay.
And we don't have a list of circumstances other than...
No,
Simply
no,
an
no,
insurance
no,
policy.
no.
That's
And
it.
if it- and-
Sit down.
The discussion, gentlemen, the discussion's over. Thank you,
There's
ma'am.
no need to be rude.
And if it happened, I think Mike brought it up first, and our CFO, Mike, responded, it would have to come back to us and be adopted as an ordinance with 2 readings, and at that point, we'd understand what the catastrophe is and the need for it. But in 14 years, and I've been on the council 3 years, it's never happened. But if we didn't do it this way, and it did happen, we'd be hamstrung at an enormous disadvantage. So in that respect, Mrs. Kingsley was correct in saying it's mandatory in that if we don't do it this way, we're foreclosed from doing it in the future.
Thank you. I just have a comment to Mr. Pastor. This isn't a school. He can't be talking. He needs to...
Your time is up, ma'am.
Yeah, but you
Ma'am.
can tell me
Ma'am, your
nicely.
time is up.
You don't say sit down. I'm
Your
not in a
time was
school.
up.
Yes, you don't say sit down. I'm not in a school.
Your time is up.
You're our paid people to answer our questions, so give us
I
some
understand.
respect. Yeah.
You answered your
I'm
question.
giving you
We
some
answered your
respect. I think
question.
you need to
Please
return
sit
the
down.
favor. Yeah. So
Please sit
you
down.
didn't say please sit down. You
Yes,
pretty
I
much
did.
yelled at me.
Okay, please.
Please sit down.
Please. Now you see why I asked for the cap bank to be explained. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Mr. DeQuilla?
No.
Who is it?
Manning.
We close it?
O'Mani.
Seeing no one else, I move to close the public